few months ago, I did a commentary video about a Canadian firearm owner who was charged for second-degree murder despite the fact that he had his home invaded by a group of armed intruders. They threatened him and as well as his mother, who was also in the house, and he happened to be a firearm owner, so he actually shot one of the intruders. The intruder died, but the other suspects got away. And then despite that, given all the circumstances, he was charged for second-degree murder. Now, we just got the news literally a couple days ago, just as I'm speaking right now, that luckily, like in other scenarios much like this in the past, the charges were dropped. Luckily, he is able to live on the rest of his life and just, not be treated like a criminal. Even though the Canadian government still tried their best to. What's up, guys? Magic Knives here, and in today's video you're watching some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. This is some Saiga 12 gameplay. Once again, I'm bringing the Saiga back because I watched John Wick 4 recently, and I just loved the moment when they brought the Genesis 12 shotgun into the movie with Dragon's Breath rounds, and oh man, that was so cool. And I tried Dragon's Breath with this shotgun initially when it first came out, but it wasn't that good. And I don't know, when I brought it back out again, and at least with the last time that I did try to use it, like in this gameplay, I don't know, I think maybe they buffed it a little bit, so now the Dragon's Breath rounds are much better with a semi-automatic shotgun like this, so I'm much more happier with this. You still have to take an average 2 shots each time you see an enemy, so 2 shots is like the regular amount of shots that you want to take with Dragon's Breath rounds, just to ensure you get that kill. You don't want to rely on just getting 1-shot kills with this, really. It's it's a spamming kind of shotgun because it is semi-automatic, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, with Dragon's Breath rounds with this, man, oof, it's just so much better than my previous setup with this, and just way more fun with the Dragon's Breath. So, but in other news, guys, I do have some I finally, for the first time in like 6 months, finally played some airsoft at a new, quote-unquote new airsoft field. It's just Ultimate Airsoft, which was the rival of Siege, so it's on the opposite side of Siege, of where Siege was. And yeah, I'll definitely kind of go into more detail about that in a future commentary, once I can get some other videos taken care of or completed. But yeah, I'll definitely want to showcase some footage that I got from there. Just finally get a new montage go out soon, and as well as give my thoughts about Ultimate Airsoft. So yeah, anywho, back to the commentary topic at hand. Yeah, like I said, a couple months ago, there was a guy who was unfortunately in a situation where he had his house broken into by a group of guys, and his mother was also in danger for that matter. But he happened to be a licensed firearm owner, and he ended up shooting one of the intruders, killed him, and then the other intruders fled. Now, when the police arrived at the scene, this is the info that I got from by one of my instructors for the armed security job that I do now. The problem was that because the man heard that there have been a case of home invasions lately, he kind of prepped a little bit in advance. At least that's what he told the police. And apparently, because it was an Indian guy or something like that, his English wasn't his first language, so he just didn't use the right wording. Because generally speaking, like, you can have a firearm in your home, but if there's any sort of hint that you prepped in advance that your firearm and whatnot for a home invasion, then that's where you're putting yourself in shit. Because they'll be like, oh, you are prepping for self-defense, therefore that's a crime, because you don't have self-defense rules or laws in Canada, for that matter. I mean, again, you do have castle laws in Canada. You are allowed to protect yourself according to, like, the Crown or the Constitution, like within our Bill of Rights, so to speak, within Canada. We're allowed to protect ourselves. But the problem is we have a very anti-gun government and system right now. Now, luckily, because, you know, for one, the guy had a really good lawyer, and also due to the fact that, again, we are backed by the government's constitution, that there are castle laws in Canada, and we do have self-defense laws, but we only allowed to use reasonable force. So in a sense that if somebody comes to attack us, and, you know, we happen to have our fists or nothing, but we just take whatever we have, we're allowed to defend ourselves. But we can't purposely carry a knife or a gun on us for self-defense. If we say to a cop, and they question us, why do we have a knife or a gun on us, and we say, oh, because I'm using it for my protection, that's illegal, and you get arrested for that and charged. If you have a knife on you because you say, oh, in case of emergencies, if I need to cut stuff, or if I'm in a car accident and I have my glass breaker or whatever with it, that's fine. Or if you have bear spray on you, don't say it's because you wanted to protect yourself. Say because, oh, I go camping a lot, I don't want bears to attack me and stuff like that. That's what you have to do in Canada in order to avoid getting charged just because you want to protect yourself. It's crazy, right? So yeah, luckily with this guy, you know, obviously it's still a super stressful time for him that he had to go through these past couple months. But luckily, thanks to his lawyer and with the constitution that we do have within our, you know, within our laws of Canada, he was able to walk away scot-free. You don't have to worry about the charges. I don't know if this will mean like he'll still be able to be a licensed gun owner. Hopefully it shouldn't affect it. But then again, you don't know what this government is up to with all this kind of stuff. So just glad that, you know, just another example that, you know, he shouldn't have been charged in the first place. We as Canadians really should have the right to protect ourselves, whether it's with a gun or just with anything, really. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in my future videos, and until next time, peace out, guys.